My name's Jason, and welcome back to I Have a Story. Today, for Are You Freaking Kidding Me Friday, I'd like to do something a little different. Try to change my tune with some of my things. I want to share some knowledge that really the Are You Freaking Kidding Me part comes in is why this knowledge won't be shared by our cell phone companies to us. So, this is what I want and things that I've learned on my own and want to share with you so you know. Anybody who's been following along with my channel and has followed along with my complaints and rants and raves about the cell phone industry, and especially my service and the customer service and everything else that I'm getting here. And it's not just me, it's my whole community gets this. And we have 5 bars, 5G, and nothing still works. And all they want to do is keep telling us we need to go spend more money buying more phones and then buying more SIM cards. Actually, I said that backwards. First, they tell you to buy a SIM card every time. Then their second step is you need to buy a new phone. Well, I just bought this phone 2 weeks ago, and it's a $1,200 phone. How does this one not work either? The last phone before that was a $150 phone, and I didn't have that one for 30 days. It's now sitting on the shelf about 45 days old. It's been an absolute nightmare. And the nightmare of it is I need this stuff. So many people here don't because they learn to live without it and they've never had it and refuse to accept it and don't use it. Part of why I do so much for them when they've found some of the aspects of it that are beneficial. But I'm here to share some information with you that I've learned on my own. Help you with your purchases and the problems that you may experience. So, living here and having the problems and being told I need to buy a new phone, I started researching the phones that I was purchasing, and I always do this before I buy just about anything. I will research it and find out pros and cons. Is this something I can work on? There's a lot of my personal aspects I look at before I buy darn near anything, including a computer or anything else. So, I started researching cell phones, and I didn't understand why I went and got a Google Pixel, the brand new Google Pixel phone, whatever the newest one was just last October that was currently out. I get that phone, and I have no reception at my house whatsoever. I couldn't even use the phone. Nothing, zero. And then I go and get, and then, even the cheap phones, $40 phones, $100 phones, $150 phones, $80 phones, $300 phones prior to that. They worked. Why is this brand new Pixel one not working? Why are some phones so much more sporadic than others? So, doing some investigation on that, I found that different cell phones run at different frequencies, and major different frequencies, several hundred hertz different frequencies, millihertz, or I believe they're rated millihertz. So, I want to say that stood out to me because wait, our cell phone towers also, and I want people to know this, different cell phone towers, even from the same company, can run at different frequencies. So I believe you have to pair your cell phone that you are currently purchasing to the towers in your area, or perhaps the closest one at home, the closest one to your business, whichever one means the most to you. And if you're having problems, check your cell phone frequency and match that to the cell phone frequency of your tower. I really can't believe that today in 2024 that it's not all just a universal system, even inside the same company. AT&T has handfuls of different frequencies that they use on different towers throughout the United States. And they all do. I think it's just to create more Are You Fracking Kidding Me madness in my country. So I want to share that with you. People are, if you're having problems like that, if you wonder why did my one phone work and somebody else's is at my house and their phone works and mine doesn't, look at the frequencies and try to match them to your towers. You can go online, absolutely free on different websites, various of them. You can get apps on your phone, all sorts of stuff, to actually check what your towers are in your area, where they're located, what frequencies they run at, and then just look up your phone and see what frequency it runs at. Another thing that I found out, and I can't say for sure that this is our problem, but let me share this story with you. Our phones here won't work for a period of time, and this has gone on for 3.5 years, as long as I've lived here. Far longer than the current last 6, 8 months, year, in the interference that's been taking place in this recent time. So, and it's not just me, my whole area experiences this, and this is true for everybody here. Your phone won't work and won't work and won't work, and you call AT&T and get this big runaround. You need to go buy more, spend more, and then after you get through that spout and even get to the point where you realize that's all just a game, just to waste more of your money, because $26 million a year that the CEO makes that's not enough money to put into his company to make it an actual user-friendly for the customer company, right? I found out talking to these people and doing the research that, especially with the new 5G, it's a directional antenna. It is not like you would think it would be a 360 degree, puts out a 360 degree signal. You would think today that that would just be common technology and in your brains, and most people not knowing, researching this or hearing it secondhand like you are for me, that these antennas are not omnidirectional. They point in a direction and send a signal that way. One of the problems we have here in my area is we have a main town here. Let me see if I can do this on the camera and how my eyes will work. And then we have a cell phone tower, and then the outskirt of the rest of the town is outside that tower over here. So that tower is pointed, this way. It's pointed this way towards the town where the majority of the people live, but all right, I have my camera backwards and I don't reverse my stuff, so this makes it difficult to follow along. So these people back on this side of the antenna that is over here, all right, right there, we're not getting a strong signal because it's pointed that way. Did I do that right for you? Can you understand my lack of ability in following my camera, which is reversed and I don't flip it? So, hopefully that was fun for you anyway. So, if we're on the back side of that, that means we're getting the weak part of that signal, which doesn't make sense to me how we still get 5Gs and 5 bars being on the back side of that signal. But talking to them and you call in, then you spend hours and hours, if not several days, on the phone getting run around after run around. Then finally, magically, they figure out the problem in the system and your phone works for a period of time. Well, what makes me question is if that antenna is pointed towards the city or the town. It's not a city by any means, it's a town. If the antenna is pointed that way and we're getting a crappy signal on the back side of it, I think they're rotating that antenna around and say, here, we'll give you some signal now until somebody on the other side starts complaining, and then we'll have to swing it back. That's the only sense I can really make out of that. But at the same time, now that we're switching technologies again, because again, people ask, what more could you have wanted your phone to do for you? I don't know. What more could you possibly want your phone to be able to do? Before, it was already as fast as you could blink doing what you needed it to do, if they maintained that system and didn't keep doing whatever they do to make it not work. Do you remember? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Do you remember that it actually worked? What more could you have wanted? Why do people think new is better? Give me more. What more do you want, people? Please leave it in the comments below. What more do you want? Elon Musk's giving people more of what they want, I guess. So here's some knowledge I want to share. And my are you freaking fracking kidding me? It's the point to where AT&T, which is what we have here, can't be honest with us. Can't already seem to know what is going on when you call and spend hours getting run around and keep getting told you need to spend more money and buy more equipment, which has never, ever, ever, not one time ever been the case or ever worked. It is always then, oh, we found the problem. But yet the CEO is worth $26 million a year and gets on average like $2 million a year raise. $2 million. I mean, if you hired anybody at $20 million, why would you ever need a raise again? $20 million is already overpaid by a far means. But yet the people below you, we're the peasants that are worth peanuts.